Following up on my earlier video about reactivity, now I want to talk about the difference between perception and reaction. And a big part of this is about our tendency to personify things that we react to. So, for example, the phrase public speaking is scary. Is that phrase a description of what public speaking is, or a reaction to public speaking? So if I would describe public speaking, I would say public speaking is when you speak in public, right? Public speaking is when you speak to an audience. I don't know how many people need to be in that audience for it to count as public speaking, but basically, it's speaking to a group. That's what public speaking is. It's the act of speaking publicly. When you say public speaking is scary, that's a reaction. That's not a description of what public speaking is. That is a description of how you emotionally react to actual public speaking, the thought of public speaking, needing to do some public speaking, whatever. So, if you say, whatever you say is scary, mountain climbing is scary, elevators are scary, scuba diving is scary, whatever. What you're talking about is a reaction. And what you're doing is you're labeling the thing by your reaction to it. And it might sound like a really nitpicky thing, and it is, it's a small matter but that when you change it, it changes everything in terms of one thing that I always talk about. Are you the manifester or the victim? If you're the manifester, you can say, I react with fear to the idea of public speaking. I'm taking responsibility for the fact that public speaking is just a neutral thing. It's just speaking in public. When I add the fear, that is my reaction. I'm allowed to do that, and I might have a lot of really good reasons for doing that. But it is not a description, it's a reaction. No big deal. But when we start getting clear, think of it as when you say public speaking is scary, elevators are scary, boiling water on the stove is scary, whatever. What you're doing is kind of like a negative mantra. You're locking in a negative reality. You're locking in a fear of X into your reality. And since you're not calling it a reaction, but you're saying that's what it actually is, it locks it in even more. So I would urge you in your own process to think about how you label things and just start with fear. How many things do you label as scary? And then it's going to feel a little bit ridiculous to change your vocabulary and to say, instead of elevators are scary, I perceive elevators as being scary. I have a reactive fear of elevators. I'm afraid of elevators. I'm afraid of being on an elevator. Where you center it around you and your reaction. Because when you say elevators are scary, there's not much you can do about it. Now elevators are just scary, and you have to deal with it. Either you go on the elevator or you take the stairs or whatever. But you've locked in the reality of your reaction, and that's not a good thing to do. We want to clear our reactivity. We don't want to lock it in. But if you notice how people talk, how you talk, how the language is basically structured, we keep locking in these negative, reactive patterns with our words. So think about it. When you speak, are you talking about a perception or a reaction? And there will be more videos on reactivity because it's really the core of the hard work that we need to do to allow spirit to come through, to allow ourselves to flourish and our life purpose to be enacted in this incarnation. So thanks so much for watching. And you can find more information about what I do at andysway.com, andysway.com. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever. I would be very appreciative of that. And have a great day. Bye.